All right, everyone, we're back. Just wanted to come in with this video. Yesterday on Instagram, I posted my pictures of the new journal for the new year, and as you can see here, it's 2019, and this is my journal for the year. Coming into the last 3 years, obviously for the last 3 years, I've been journaling, and I usually start my first page with my vision and what it is I want to focus on for the new year. Then from there on, I try to write. I used to write on a daily basis, but I've been more on meditation. So Sunday on my reflection, I call it Sunday Reflections, I'll sit down for like 10-15 minutes and I write down my week and what it is I want to focus on for the next week. I mean, some people do it on a daily basis, but you can pick and choose whatever works for you. But writing down, something about writing down your thoughts and ideas or visions that you might have for yourself. It might not be something that you might ever think of, but once you write it down, it's kind of like these things just come out of you, like that you never thought you had. So these are my other books. You can see here, 2017, 2018, and 2019. So, these books are my gold mine, as they call it, and I'll look back into it and I'll double check sometimes and see what ideas I had back 2 years ago and what my vision was and what ideas I wanted to create or what it was I was trying to follow. So I think when I was watching YouTube really hardcore, well, I'm still doing it, but when I was really trying to find out what it is that I wanted to do, and I noticed that my life was kind of like on a, just it's kind of just every day doing the same thing, and I was kind of just going day by day and living day to day and paycheck to paycheck. I was like, this can't be it. This can't be, this can't be life. Like, of course, I'm grateful for everything I had, but it's like I felt like I have so much more to give, so much more to add to this world, and I felt like I wasn't really living up to my highest potential, or as the late great Dr. Wayne Dyer says, self-actualizing. So I ran into this great channel at that time when I first started listening to YouTube, really on self-motivation. I believe it was Clark Kegley. I'll double check, but I'll put it down in the link. He was basically selling programs on how to transform your life by journaling, right? And I saw a bunch of videos about journaling and how it affects you and helps you out as far as knowing yourself and understanding yourself. So I saw his video and I liked the way he explained it and how easy he made it seem. And I followed his program, and I'm gonna tell you right now, like it's not like you're gonna go out there and make $1 million, but if you're not really into meditation and you're kind of skeptical about it, I think journaling is good for you because you can start off by that and just writing down thoughts and ideas, negative thoughts, positive thoughts, whatever it is comes up to you in the morning or anytime you prefer, but you sit down with yourself and just write down what it is you're thinking, and you kind of see how your mind works. And it might be negative, and you can kind of rewire yourself, and it might be positive, and you can understand that you're actually a very positive person. As for me, I saw that I had a lot of fears, a lot of setbacks for myself. I was holding myself back from a lot of things. I was kind of really learning new things. I was just, going day by day and making the next paycheck to try to pay the bills. So my first plan was to get rid of debt. My first goal was to get rid of the debt so I can finally follow my calling and not worry about having to pay back all these student loans that I had. So I took up journaling, and from there I kind of feel like today's message is like, I think we all should have journals. I'm not a big writer. I've never really been a big writer, but I think journaling does help you writing down your thoughts and ideas, and it does help you kind of analyze your mind and kind of how are you thinking and how you're gonna be able to move forward, and maybe even write down some visions you might have for yourself. Like, where do you see yourself in a year or 2 or 3 years, and what is you would want to be doing, or what kind of life you want to be having. If you're not satisfied with the job, fulfilled with your job, what kind of job you would like to have. So you kind of start writing down all these dreams you have, and I think when you look at it every day and you see it every day, again, it does kind of give you that motivation and that step of, okay, what can I do today that will get me closer to that? And so you take it, one step at a time. And I gotta say, I mean, this is my third year starting today. So, like I said, I started writing almost every day. And now, since I've been doing more on a meditation in the morning, I kind of not been writing, but I am doing it like once a week. Now Sundays or Saturdays, whichever day I have the time in the morning, because we all have kids, and if you have kids and family, you gotta pick and choose the time. So, yeah. So I would say, like, just do it as much as you can, and just sit down and just write down. If you can't think of anything, think about where would you want to be, and what kind of dreams you have. What do you want to travel? What would be a dream job? What would be a dream career, or dream business? Whatever it is you're trying to do, what path would it be your dream? So I think once you start speaking to yourself and writing it down, it gives you more like accountability of, okay, why am I feeling this way? Why am I thinking this? Why is it that I'm writing this down, and why is it that it's coming up now? So you kind of start dissecting it, and then you start like, okay, let's look into it a little bit more. Let's understand why I feel this way. Maybe I'm not fulfilled in my job. Maybe a relationship you might have. Maybe your friendships or your friends in your whole life are not being productive to what it is you're trying to do. So, hold on, sorry, 1 second. Hey, Rocky, my dog just came in the room. Sorry about that. So, it's a habit. I think it's a great habit to have. I'm not saying that we all should do it. Everybody's different, but if you're kind of in the middle, like I was, like, I guess we were admitting that we were lost in a sense of what direction I wanted to go. I think journaling, it's like a stepping stone. It gives you a breakdown. You can start with whatever the goals may be, whether it is, I want to change jobs, I want to pay off my debt, I want to start a podcast, start a blog, start a YouTube channel, whatever it is. If you wrote it down, it's kind of like there's a reason why you wrote it down, and you want to investigate a little bit more or look into it a little bit more, and you're gonna be able to understand why you feel that way, and then you're more accountable to take action. Once you write it down, I think you're like, okay, it's out there, the universe is out there, so the universe is gonna eventually come back to me. So I think for this new year 2019, I think we should all start journaling. If you're not doing it, you should start. If you're already doing it, great, and you probably know all the benefits of it. It's something that I can't even explain in words. I just feel like once you start doing it, you kind of understand like the power of it. Like, you might have we have all tough. There's some days that I wake up with a very, very, sometimes you have depressed thoughts, like, okay, I'm nobody, I'm not good enough to do this or whatever I'm trying to portray or trying to do. And when you write it down, even the bad thoughts, you understand this is not real. These are just thoughts, and you write it down, and you see how your mind is working, and you can kind of amp yourself back up and recalibrate, as they say, your mind. And you wouldn't know that unless you write it down, right? And then once you get it off your mind, then you're like, it's like a weight's off your shoulder. And a lot of the guys that I watch on YouTube and all these successful entrepreneurs, a lot of them have a habit of journaling or type of meditation or something that they able to basically understand yourself, and you can't change anything unless you change yourself first. So, there's a lot of quotes, a lot of famous authors. That's exactly, you can't change anything unless you change yourself. So on this journey of trying to, self-actualize as individuals, and we all on the same journey. We have different paths. We all have our own paths. You can't take my path, I cannot take yours, but you do have a path. So we have to be able to evaluate ourselves. And like the same thing I said in my last video regarding focusing on yourself, this is part of focus on yourself. You're journaling, you're writing down your ideas, your thoughts, your visions, your goals for the new year. Where do you see yourself end of the year? Maybe you want to save up a certain amount of money. Maybe you want to buy something for yourself. Maybe you always wanted to take a trip, and then you plan towards that. These are the things that your body is, or your mind is calling you for. So try it. Let's give it a try for the new year. And you have any questions, you can also comment, and feel free to comment on below. And again, this channel is just try to show you some habits and ideas to be able to self-actualize yourself and live a better life, and understand that everything is within us, right? So writing down our own thoughts and ideas, this is all our stuff, and then you realize how great you are and how much we have inside. And sometimes we're always looking for it on the outside, and maybe everything's already inside of us. And once you put it down in this book, you kind of understand yourself a lot more. So, all right, take care, guys.